Hi guys, giving you a little update on both my Stitch Fix box, why I returned what I did, and maybe some things I'm going to do with my channel over the next few months. I really appreciated all your comments on that fix. I had a little bit of credit on my account, and with that credit I got the yellow sweater. I really liked the polka dot dress, even though it was about an inch shorter than I usually wear. I did return it as well as everything else because over the New Year weekend something happened. I was genuinely on the fence about the dress, but this situation clinched it. A lot of you know that Mary works at a veterinarian's office, and that's really helpful when you have animals in the house that are family owned, because several of them she has listed over at the vets under her name, and that enables us to get a discount if we need veterinary care. And she works hard for that discount, trust me. We have a cat named Goblin. Mary's older sister worked at the same veterinary clinic as a vet tech a number of years ago. And while she was there, a policeman brought in this shriveled looking horrible kitten that he'd pulled out of a car engine. This kitten looked like Gollum from the Lord of the Rings movies. He was terrible, except he had sort of a brown and white patched pattern. And they said, well, what do we want to do with it? He said, I don't know, I guess just euthanize it. So they took it in the back, and my older daughter had it wrapped in the towel, and the vet came in with a needle, and this cat looked straight in my daughter's eyes. The next thing I know, the cat is living in my house. He's a great cat. He's a little bit special. I think there's a lot of inbreeding going on there. It seems all the cats I get are one form of rescue or another, and they have questionable family trees. But we really love him. When my daughter moved to New Zealand, she left the cat with us, and he's become my husband's best buddy. His name is a Goblin. He doesn't look like a goblin anymore, but he sure did when he was brought in. So, over the holiday, Goblin, who is a neutered male cat, gets a urinary tract obstruction, which is not all that rare in a neutered male cat. He is 7 years old now. He got the obstruction on a day when the vet where Mary works was closed, and they were going to be closed for a couple of days. So we took Goblin, whose bladder was huge. Fortunately, he was acting funny. Mary picked him up and checked him and said, I'm not the best at bladders, but I'm pretty sure he's obstructed. You need to take him to the emergency vet immediately. So we took him to the emergency vet. He was indeed obstructed. He would have died if we hadn't taken him in. They put a catheter in him, and that went on a couple of days, and we've gone over to visit him, the poor little guy. He's on drugs, so he deals with a catheter. It's really sad. And after the course of antibiotics is finished, he can be transferred back to the hospital that Mary works at, if he's still obstructed. After the antibiotics, they tried a couple of times taking the catheter out, and he obstructed again. And they're not sure what's causing it. There's no clear stones on the images, which sometimes cause it, but there's all sorts of material that can obstruct a cat. There is a surgery they can do to open up his urinary tract, make it a little wider so that he's able to urinate more easily. So that may be on the horizon. However, if it's just an infection, he definitely has an infection, the antibiotics may clear it up, and he may be able to come home. He'll have to be on a diet for cats that have urinary problems, so there'll be less of a buildup that can cause a blockage. Anyway, my whole point in this is an emergency vet is pricey. And yes, I know a lot of people wouldn't spend money on a pet. The fact is that we can spend it, but we have to cut out a lot of extras. I'm probably going to choke up because this poor little cat really had me upset. He was in so much pain, and he looked so miserable at the vet's with his little catheter and his little IV in his paw and part of his behind shaved, which they had to do as part of the treatment, and he looks terrible. He's got a good chance of making it. He's not completely out of the woods, and this kind of thing always has risks, so we'll see what we do. Anyway, for me to be able to pay that vet bill, I am cutting out all extras. So this happened while I had the box at home. I actually had the dress hanging in my closet with tags, so I was seriously thinking about keeping it. And this came up, and I said, I'm just using the credit I have on my account. So the point of all this is, unless I have credit on any of my accounts, I have on Fashion, I have some referrals outstanding that haven't finished going through. I might order another box with one of the boxes if I have credit on it. But without credit, until this cat bill is paid off, first things first, I made my choice. The little animal in pain was more important than clothes from Stitch Fix. So I won't be doing any unboxings. My next one isn't scheduled till April. As I said, if I get some credit or something happens, I may order another one. So if you see an unboxing, know it's because I got credit. And I always appreciate if anyone uses the referral link. But the videos coming up, I'll let you know how Goblin's doing. I have some follow-ups on some of the Lem shoes that I did an unboxing for. I'm going to give a review after wearing them a while. Other than that, I don't have too much on the schedule, so I'm not sure how often you will see me. I have a couple of thoughts percolating in my head that I may bring into the channel. Maybe no interest to those of you that just watch for clothing unboxings. Anyway, there will be less unboxings for the next few months, so if you are so inclined, say a little prayer for this poor little stupid inbred cat, and I hope he does okay. All right, I will see you whenever.